In 2025, influencers don't just sell products, they shape economies. They've gone from side hustlers to power brokers, from content creators to cultural architects. And while most people scroll past their posts, few realize what's really happening behind the scenes. Because the influencer marketing industry is no longer a trend, it's a weapon. A $24 billion industry controlling what you wear, eat, believe, and buy. And the most powerful part, you never even realize you're being influenced. The lines between entertainment, advertising, and manipulation have completely blurred. In 2025, the influencer isn't just part of the brand, they are the brand. People no longer trust companies, but they still trust faces. Trust the girl next door. Trust the guy with the camera, because peer influence feels personal even when it's engineered. The power lies in perception, and perception is now for sale. Today's influencers are micro-celebrities with macro impact. Some have 10,000 followers and still drive millions in revenue, because the game isn't about reach anymore, it's about resonance. Influencers build communities, not just audiences, and communities convert better than commercials ever could. They don't interrupt content, they are the content, and that's the hidden power. Native trust. Traditional ads feel like noise, but an influencer story that feels like truth. Even if it's sponsored, even if it's scripted, even if it's fake, the algorithm rewards consistency, and influencers are masters of that game. Daily stories, weekly reels, monthly vlogs. But here is what changed in 2025. Influencers don't just take brand deals, they make them. Collabs became startups. Sponsored posts became joint ventures. Affiliate links turned into equity shares. And suddenly, influencers aren't marketing tools, they're marketing empires. Look at Merbees, Emma Chamberlain, Kaby Lamdis aren't YouTubers anymore. They're brand builders with global infrastructure. In 2025, creators launch beverages, beauty lines, crypto apps, and fashion labels. And they bring their audience along for every step. Not because they have money, but because they have attention. And attention is the most valuable currency in the world. The influencer isn't at the bottom of the funnel, they are the funnel. They don't rent an audience, they own one. And brands pay top dollar for access. But here's what most companies still don't understand. You can't buy influence, you have to earn it. And influencers spent years doing just that. Sharing, showing up, connecting. Before they ever sold anything, they sold authenticity. And now that authenticity turns into conversions. Because trust converts faster than targeting. Even Gen Z and Alpha, some of the most adristant generations in history, still buy from influencer. Not because they're gullible, but because they crave relatable guidance. And in a world of infinite choice, influencers are the new decision filters. They cut through noise and offer clarity. But don't be fooled, this isn't organic anymore. Influencer marketing in 2025 is strategized, systemized, and automated. AI now helps match brands with creators by analyzing tone, vibe, and engagement history. Platforms like TikTok Shop and Instagram Checkout turn posts into point of sale. You see it, you like it, you tap, you buy, all without ever leaving the app, and the algorithm handles the rest. Real-time analytics now predict ROI before campaigns even begin. Influencers are treated like media agencies, complete with pitch decks and KPIs. Some even have CMOs, creative directors, and legal teams. The solo creator became a corporation, and those corporations are winning because traditional media is still chasing impressions, while influencers are chasing connection, and connection builds conversion. We've entered the era of trust-based commerce, and that trust can't be faked. Not for long. The audience now expects vulnerability, transparency, and purpose. Influencers who fake it get cancelled. Those who keep it real get rich. And that pressure for realness is transforming how brands operate too. In 2025, brands can't just pay influencers. They have to partner with them, co-create content, share values, align identities, because the audience is watching, and they're not dumb. They know when it's a cash grab, and they know when it's authentic alignment. That's why long-term deals are now replacing one-off posts. Because relationship beats wish every time, and niche beats mass. 1,000 diehard fans are worth more than 1 million passive viewers. And micro-influencers know how to cultivate tribes, not just traffic. They don't scream to the crowd, they whisper to the faithful. and that whisper makes the sale. Influencer marketing in 2025 is no longer about virality, it's about velocity. How fast can you build trust? How fast can you generate movement? Because when done right, one post can create a cultural moment, a product sellout, a global trend, a market shift. And that kind of power used to belong to Hollywood. Now it belongs to anyone with a phone and a voice. But here's the hidden layer. Influencers are also reshaping politics, health, finance, and social norms. They're not just selling sunscreen, they're shaping worldviews. And that kind of power is bigger than any brand. So next time you scroll past a post, ask yourself, am I being entertained or engineered? Because in 2025, influence is invisible but unstoppable, and it's changing everything.